is going on, Aquarius? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, my loves, Happy New Year's. All right, it is Friday, January 3rd when I'm recording this, but whenever you guys find this is when it's meant for you. So, let's hop into it, guys. Let's see what is going on. I hope you guys had a smooth entry into the new year. All right, I hope that this is a game changer this year. All right, loves. So, this is for all Aquarius placements. Keep in mind, it could be your energy or the energy of someone or something around you that I'm picking up on. All right. And a disclaimer, guys, I will never ever contact you guys for reading. If someone does, that is a scammer pretending to be me. So please be careful, guys, and do not get caught. All right, so Aquarius, let's start with your past. Let's see what's going on. All right, so we have the Nine of Wands reversed. Justice card, Page of Swords, Nine of Cups. There's something that I feel you guys moved away from, and this is just the first card coming out, but I feel like there's something you moved away from that it's like a sigh of relief to be able to drop the weight of something or the burden of something. And I feel like there's some sort of news that you hear or that you give, and it's exciting. You know, this is something that makes you or those around you happy. Let's get two more cards here. We have the Seven of Wands reversed and the Five of Cups reversed. Yeah, all of this is showing me a huge relief. All right, with the Seven of Wands reversed, there's something that you were fighting before. Like, think of all of these, wands being like an attack against this person. Like, you were fighting something in so many ways, and it's like you're able to put down your armor. You're able to stop being the wounded warrior who's like, fuck, like, when is this war gonna end? You finally get to put your weapons down, and the Five of Cups confirms this for me when it's reversed, because this is saying you're getting over some sort of hardship. You're getting over some sort of pain. Okay. Judgment card reversed, the Hierophant, Knight of Wands reversed, Seven of Swords reversed. This could be a lot, guys. I feel as though there is something here that, there's something here that's exposed. And it was like always God's plan or Spirit's plan to expose this, because there's something that comes out, and it's in reference to someone or something that they're like a bit shifty. It's an energy you can't trust. Like, this is just like a fucked up person or energy. And this is in regards to a bad judgment call that was made. Okay. But something comes to light, and that's something that, like, it's something that enables you to build, or it's happening at the same time as you're building in this way. Okay, but there's a sense of you, this was something that you were like protecting yourself from. For a lot of you, there's also a sense of figuring out why something had to happen in a fucked up way, I feel like there's something you experienced that you're like, what was that? And maybe you didn't have closure, or you didn't have the answers as to why this happened, why something went down the way that it did. And something happens in your life that you're like, because guys, with the Hierophant, this is my favorite card in the deck, but the Hierophant, regardless of what cards it's around, it's a very good card because it's showing you that whatever was around it puts you more in alignment with your life path. Okay, puts you more in alignment with your soul's purpose. Okay. So there's something that you're looking at, and it's just like, yo, like, I can't believe, this person did that, or I went through this thing. Like, there's just something that happened that Spirit would not approve of. Okay. Like, in a spiritual court, everybody would be like, nah, that's fucked up. So you're realizing why something had to happen. And guys, the Hierophant, that's like the teacher. That's someone who masters something. Like, think of like a spiritual healer, and this is just an example. Like, think of someone who's able to tap into something like, in the 3 and 5D, right? They're able to really, really tap into something, and it's like they're able to explain it and kind of spread this to people who maybe aren't that tapped in. all right, or people who have trouble with certain things that like you understand. So there's just there's mastery coming to you in something, or mastery that you had in something. I feel like something had to push you into like, I don't want to explain it. There's something that pushed you into really taking on your mastery of something. All right, let me stop getting so deep, guys. Let's get into this. So we have the Nine of Wands reversed. We have the Emperor. The Empress card reversed. So there's something that's over, and with the Emperor, I feel that the energy you had, it's like you were, there's something that I feel like you were very honest in. Okay, like let's say you had to leave a job, for example. Like this could have been something where it's like you really did your best and you gave your all, and like some weird shit happened at the job, and it's like, but you were true to it. Or let's say like someone did something like fucked up to you, you could be like, yo, but I honestly had your back, you know. There's something that you guys get back to. There's a part of you that you tap back into, that it helps you to restore yourself in an area in your life where you felt like you were lacking, whether that's your self-confidence, whether that's your finances, whether that's your motivation, whether that's, you know, how you take care of yourself. Like there's something you get back to. So why is the Seven of Wands reversed for your past? Yeah, but something has definitely ended, and you guys can say like you were true to the situation. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles reversed. The reason why Spirit let this go, guys, because the more and more you put effort in this, the more and more you worked on this, the more and more you're going to lose. And I think that you saw that. Some, and everyone here, you guys saw it in a different way, but it's like you, it may have taken some time, but you see that there's an area you would have lost a lot in, or that you did lose a lot in. Okay, this is Spirit saying like you were putting effort into something that was going to deplete you. All right, now you're understanding why you were pulled out of something, or why you had to leave something. And whether you realized it or not, why you were looking for closure or answers, or maybe you weren't, there's a sense of healing that you were going through. And now that these things are taken away, let's see if I can talk today. There's something that you're building for yourself, and it's like you guys are doing this differently. You're being very protective about what you're building, because you've seen a lot. You know the truth about a lot. So you're going to move in a particular way, because it's like, you know what that person's capable of. You know what this company did to you. You know what that person said when they didn't think you were listening. All right. You know what, you know, goes on in that area. So you're going to, like, you just, you know. So now you're moving in a way that you're not going to make yourself susceptible to any sort of attack, whether spiritual, emotional, whatever. Okay. Somehow, guys, this unstable transition that you went through is something that makes you tap back into your soul at a very deep level, where you really start trusting yourself, especially if you haven't. And with the Wheel of Fortune, guys, something happens in your life that you feel like you win the lottery on life. And it's all because of who or what you lost faith in, what you didn't have success with. Because again, poor judgment was made, and I feel like it was made on your behalf. All right? You got the short end of something, but Spirit allowed that to happen for a reason. Spirit knew you were going to get fucked over. Best believe Spirit knew you were going to get fucked over. And Spirit let it rock. Because Spirit knew that you getting fucked over in that instance, it was going to do something more for you in the future. Spirit knew what it was going to do for you eventually. It sucked probably, you know, at first, but you guys had to kind of heal from the fact that maybe if you were dealing with other people, maybe you feel like there was a sense of nonchalance towards you. Maybe you feel like a person or people were not genuinely invested in you. Or you could be looking at a time where you were living in survival mode in whichever area in life you were living in survival mode in. Okay, and there's a sense of accepting that chapter of your life and being able to heal from it. And I think it's you're able to heal from it and accept it because again, spirit shows you why it had to happen. For example, guys, like imagine you try to sit at a certain table and everyone's like, fuck you can't sit at this table, and you're upset and it's like, damn, what's wrong with me? Like, I'm just trying so hard, I want to be a good person, why can't I sit at that table? All right, so something happens with you, you branch off, you do your own thing, and you start excelling, you start doing well. Let's say some time passes and like, you open your phone and whoever was at that table, there's a news article and it's just like, you know, these people taken down because of ba 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 ba. And now you're like, and you're realizing this was never something against you. All right, with that Hierophant coming out, guys, you have a mission. You're chosen for something. All right, so spirit is going to rip you out of that, and that's one of the hardest things about having a gift or being gifted in something. You're gonna see people's ass a lot. We have the Temperance card. So guys, you should be feeling good or slowly feeling better. All right, with the Temperance card, your spirit is actually very satisfied with what's happening. You may not feel that way, like the human part of you might not feel that way. Um, but sometimes there's certain things that we're hooked on or involved in that our spirit is just begging us to move away from. So even if there's something that you're mourning or grieving or there's something you're upset about, your spirit's like, fuck, we're finally out of something. We finally evolved from that because you're turning your back on something that you did everything you could. All right, guys. So we have the Queen of Wands. This is your center card, so there could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius that's very significant for you. Or this could just be the energy that you guys have right now, where it's like you're showing out, you want to be seen, you want to be heard, like you're motivated. There's like this fire under your ass, and you guys are expanding so much because of what you're turning your back on. Okay, I feel like whatever you felt was against you, or whatever you felt was like, like the universe punishing you. I don't think it was that at all. I think that you were just being in the position you needed to be in to truly take off. So certain things had to go, certain people had to go, certain habits had to go, certain environments had to go. Like you had to get into a place where you're not fighting something anymore. Because there was a battle you were bringing to your life that it wasn't meant to be there. For a lot of you, you still have a bit of that battle in your life. And if you feel kind of stuck sometimes, especially mentally, or you just feel like, I don't know, something slightly holding you back, that's what it is. So why is this Temperance card here? Why is this Temperance card here for the present moment? Four of Wands reversed and the Wheel of Fortune. It was definitely an unstable feeling transition that you guys went through. Okay, this isn't like something where you get handed the keys to your new life and it's like, enjoy. Like, I feel like y'all had to go on an uncomfortable run, like spiritually speaking. You tripped a few times, knees started bleeding, like, you got tired, you got hungry, you were sore. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, we'll hand this over. Like, you stumbled on your way to what you're getting. And I mean that, like, metaphorically speaking, you had, I don't think that this is just something that landed clean on your lap. I don't. You definitely had to catch your balance to get this. But you guys are making peace with something. Something is in your past for good. And it gave you the push that it needed to. Okay, what you thought was something that was fucked up, no. Spirit knew that it was going to push you in a certain way to really, really excel. And there's things that Spirit wanted to show you about the people, places, and things around you. All right, you got to know who's for you before having, evolving in this way. So we have the Queen of Wands. The Hierophant. I said the center is the like most important energy because it's it's the central energy. It's what everything taps into. The Hierophant. I was just talking about how important this card is to me. All right. Let's get one more card here. Guys, there's things that fucked you up in the past. All right. And if this was maliciousness or anything like that outside of you, Spirit's handling that. All right. If this is something that you were doing to yourself that was not benefiting you, like, Spirit's helping you to get past that. But this is the point in your life where you start truly living, when you're making peace with something that has happened in your past, and you guys are past the point of wishing, you're past the point of just trying to build on something. You're actually doing something, you're actually building on something. And the Spirit is really pushing you guys to put in action, to have that fire underneath your ass right now. This is a time of judgment, honestly. I feel like everyone's about to have the life that they deserve, okay? And for a lot of you, this is a life where now you're tapped into what it is you're meant to do more than ever. The Hierophant, guys, this is your life purpose. This is your destiny. This is what you were born to do, who you were born to be. So I don't think you understand how significant this is, that you're at the point where it's like, okay, lessons done. You know what the fuck is up. You know what's good. You know who's who. All right, are we ready? Because once you start this, there's no looking. Are you ready? Are you ready to finally get that recognition? Are you ready to finally get done what you wanted to do and to excel at it? Are you ready for the action? All right, you've been prepared. You're ready to go. So there's going to be a lot happening around you. Like, I see a lot of phone calls, a lot of like messages back and forth. Okay. And this is after a really tough chapter. Okay. I feel like in your past, there was just bad calls made. And I don't even feel like it's just you. I feel like this is, people and things you were dealing with. Like, there's just bad calls made. And, this is like the aftermath, the beautiful aftermath of not being part of that anymore. You have the Three of Wands, so you've turned your back on everything. It's nothing but expansion now. We have the Page of Cups reversed. And we have the Hanged Man. And there's going to be certain... you guys are changing in a way that people are going to feel that things aren't going to be the same from this point on. Okay? It's kind of like... Have you guys ever like been like back and forth in a situation or back and forth with the person, but there's always like that one moment where you're like, okay, like this is the last moment. Like this is it. This is where we finish this. This is where this is done. Okay. Someone's going to feel that off of you. Okay. Or there's going to be a situation that just feels like this is the moment. Like, let's say, for example, Aquarius, there's something you've been talking about doing for a while. I think, maybe in the past people are like, oh, yeah, whatever. But people are going to have that feeling now like, I think Aquarius is serious. I think Aquarius is really about to do this shit. Like, for example, if you were talking about moving out the country, this could be a point where someone's like, holy fuck, Aquarius bought the ticket. Aquarius is packing. Fuck. And what you're doing, it's the best path for you. It's the most natural path for you. You're not bending over backwards for this. Like, you're going with the best flow. It's like You found like the lazy river of your life, and you got on a float, and it's just taking you, and you're just chilling. You don't got to do much because it's exactly the way you're supposed to be going. So why are you going to get out of the float and paddle? You don't need to. Okay. So this is amazing, guys, because something is coming to you like so naturally and so good, and you're expanding in such a big way. But there's an energy that's going to want to stay around you, and you just know it brings burden. You guys have been through so much that you see through everything. Okay, and you know, like, yo, if I stay in this, it's just gonna fuck me over. Like, people are gonna move weird. Like, nah, I'm straight. So it's easy for you to say no to something. Okay, you see right through shit. We have the Five of Wands reverse. Yeah, you're not. Guys, it's funny because I know when I'm recording this, it's the third, but uh, there was a conversation I was having a day ago, and I'm just like, nope, not in 2025, nope. And there's just something that just like stopped because it's like, I don't know, guys. 2024 was fucking insane. All right, and I think that it's time as adults that we all focus on the things we love, that we're kind to one another, that we don't make each other's lives harder. You know, that we don't put negativity out in the world. So it's just like, I'm at the place where literally anything that inconveniences my spirit in any way, shape, or form that I have control over being around, it is not going to be around. And that is the energy that y'all have. I'm an Aquarius rising for anyone who's new. Okay. So this is so interesting to me. There's something that you don't trust, and you guys are going to come up in a way that when you're seen for how you come up, people are going, there's going to be a person or people that think you're so fucked up for not extending that. You know, like, let's say, imagine like having someone in your family, like, let's say an aunt or uncle, for example. Let's say like they treat you shit all throughout your childhood, and then, you know, you take off with something and you become the family's first millionaire or billionaire. And they're like, oh, what the fuck? Like, I see you taking care of your mom or your dad or this person and that person, and you see me struggling, what the fuck? And it's like, why do you feel entitled to that? So that's kind of going to be the avenue that you're in, where you're able to do a lot. And there's going to be talk like, Aquarius is so fucked up. You don't get rewarded for being a piece of shit. All right, things that caused you heartache or trauma is not going to get rewarded just because you are in life. And everything that you guys felt like you were lacking in this card, it means a lot. You know, it could be lacking, you know, someone who's coming out of like lacking money, or coming out of just whatever they lack in, okay? But reverse, this is that you're coming out of lack, okay? And you're just going to feel fulfilled and happy, and with what you guys are doing in life, you're going to have a lot of opportunities, guys. You're going to be very, very noticed. Like, let's say, for example, you're an actress or a singer, and let's say you like get some sort of certain gig. I feel like that's going to branch off into so many things. I don't think you're just going to be a one dimension, like, you know, there's going to be a lot of buzz around you. You're not just going to be asked to do one thing or be present for one thing. Okay, like, let's say you write a book or something. This news station is going to want to talk to you. The people who run this podcast are going to want to talk to you. You know, CNN just called, or I don't know. But it's like, it's not just going to be something where it's like one person's like, hey, what are you doing? All right, good job. And then you just move on with no other recognition. There's going to be a lot of buzz. All right. So Five of Wands reversed. Why is this here? Queen of Swords. And you guys are living your best life. Your energy it's so powerful because there's just, you took a halt. There's things you're not going towards at all anymore. And that's burden. You guys have moved away from burden. There's a lot of heavy things you were dealing with that you refused to deal with it. All right, you guys, you know, handled a lot of karmic things. For some of you, a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio could have been significant. Okay. But guys, something that made you very unhappy, something fucked up you went through, things that came out that hurt you, things that were exposed to you, it was all for a reason. Guys, Spirit knows how to push us. Spirit knows how to push us. Okay. I joke about this all the time that I'm the type of person that what gets me going is when people talk shit. So anytime I feel like I'm falling off in life, or anytime I feel like I'm not doing enough, if I hear like direct shit, or I see like a really negative comment or something, that puts fire under me. That's why Spirit allows me to see it. You know what I'm saying? Or hear it. And this is what's happening. Every single person here, it's like you needed some sort of push, and that push was something really fucked up. You know, and there's something that just made you realize who you are and what you deserve. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed that came out. This is going into your future. And we have the Five of Swords. Yeah, guys, because there's you're either realizing why you had to go through some sort of struggle, okay, um, or like there's this point that you reach where you release something because you don't have it in it to keep inside. Let's say, for example, you've been very angry or bitter towards someone or towards something. I think you're reaching a point where it's just like you don't have the capacity to hold that anger. All right, that's too much power. I feel like a lot of you are getting to that point. But you guys, if for a lot of you this is going to happen in the near future, there was some sort of setback in your life that you're about to understand why it happened. And let me give you an example. All right. Let's say, and guys, I always use money because it's just such an easy example. Okay. We all want to live well. We all want to be able to pay our bills, right? So let's say, for example, you're used to making a certain amount. Okay. And let's say you go through something in life where that changes. All right, let's say like something's just not showing up. Like you're finding ways to survive, but something's just not clicking. You know, there's it's like you feel like you're underperforming, right? Let's say a year passes by, 2 years passes by. All right, and you find out someone who was very close to you was finding ways to take money out of your account, but slowly, and you wouldn't notice it, right? Okay, so it's just like 100 here, 200 there, things you'll never notice. You figure that out, you cut that energy off, you do whatever you got to do, and then you get an opportunity. And now you're making more than ever. And then you're just like, oh, shit. You know, had I been doing this well, had I been, breaking goals and shit like that, within the 2 years I was around this, I would have lost a lot. Like I would have been robbed of something. You never, guys, everything is all about timing. You never know why Spirit is delaying something. And that's what this is, and that's why it's so significant. You're realizing why something was delayed. Timing is everything in life. Everything, everything, everything. And it's funny because I didn't get to the place I wanted to be myself until like a few years ago. And I remember when I was young, when I was like still in high school, I'm like, oh, by the time I'm 21, 22, I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm going to have everything I need. And, 25, 26 rolls around and I'm like, fuck, and I'm feeling bad about myself. Although, yes, guys, I know I was very, very young. But I look back and it's just like, yo, if I would have had everything I wanted at 21, I'd be dead right now. All jokes aside, I'd be dead right now. Like, I would have lived a very fast life and I would have lived fast and short life. Like, I know that if I had unlimited access to whatever, there's shit I had to go through. There's shit I had to mature through, Guys, timing is everything. Okay? Let's say there's an opportunity you didn't get. You went to an audition or something and you didn't get the part. Okay? Let's say had you gotten that audition, the director or something ends up having like a crazy past and they end up doing something to you that traumatizes you for the rest of your life. Okay? And then we go back to that situation where you don't get the audition, right? And let's say because you didn't get that audition, a month later you audition for something else because you're free. And that is a role that puts you on the map. It solidifies your career as an actress or an actor. And there you were crying that you didn't get that audition. And it would have led you to something traumatizing. It would have fucked you up. And it wouldn't have led to good opportunities. But as time passes, you get a better opportunity and it puts you on the map. Timing is everything. Don't feel like your value is less than what it is because of the time you had to wait to make something happen. All right? If something is destined for us, which something is destined for you here, guys, it's going to come when it needs to. No one can take anything away from you. All right? Whatever God wants to give you, no one can take that shit from you. Trust that. People are only playing themselves if they think they can alter your destiny. No. Look at Cinderella. She still got what she wanted at the end. You know, people were scheming the whole time. All right, so Four of Swords. Last card for your future. Why is this here? Ace of Cups reversed. Death card reversed. Chariot reversed. Two of Swords. The Fool card. The Queen of Cups. So, guys, brace yourself because your life is going to change in ways that you might not have seen coming. Like, I just feel like in a few months' time, your life is going to be so unrecognizable to a year prior. This is the time where a lot of you finally get that breakthrough that you've been waiting on. You finally have that aha moment. Something finally clicks. Okay? It's kind of like when people say, you know, once you master something or once you learn something, people can take certain things away from you, but they can't take away what you have in your mind. For example, let's say you make $1 million and someone comes and they steal $1 million. Okay, they got your million. But your mind is what made you that. So if you did it once, you could do it again. Okay, so your mind is definitely ready for something. And you're going to have a moment where you really reflect on your past because things are so different. There's going to be a moment where you realize your life is never going to be the same. So you do take that moment where it's like, damn, okay. And it's like you just go back in time, you reminisce on so much, but this is a point of no going back. And it's everything you've ever wanted. It's you finally getting the good end of karma, where the lessons are done, the hardship is done, the heartache is done. Okay. So guys, let's get some cards of advice. And if this is resonating with you so far, there's links in the description below to donate, as well as my Amazon wish list if you guys want to surprise me and bless the home. And of course, my loves, if you would like a personal reading, check out my website. That is in the description as well. And I got you. All right, so what advice, Spirit, do you have for Aquarius? Knight of Swords. All right, this is your energy here. Three of Wands reverse. Yeah, guys, something's done. A chapter's done. A phase of your life, it's done. And this isn't something small, all right? This isn't you, quitting a job you've been at for 2 months. This is changing something that's been in place for you for a long time. Like, let's say you've lived in your hometown for 20, 30, 40 years. This is you getting the fuck out. This is a big change. It's drastic. It changes life as you know it. Okay, we have the Sun card reversed, Page of Swords reversed. Guys, and this is beautiful because it's for a lot of you, you get things in life that you stopped even talking about. This is a dream of yours or something that you've wanted for yourself that you've stopped talking about. Life has hit you that hard in some areas that you haven't even spoken on this. All right? This is something you haven't manifested verbally in a while. And it comes out of nowhere. And you're like, what? And it's like we think that we actively have to think about something every day. And it helps. Don't get me wrong, guys. It helps tremendously to think about something every day, to work towards something every day. Yes, that helps. All right. But imagine saying something that you want, leaving it on the shelf, leaving it on the table, whatever. And years pass and you kind of just lose faith in that. And one day you get a knock on your door and it's like, this is for you. And you're like, oh my God, I asked for that years ago. I didn't even, that was out of my, like, that was out of my mind at this point. And guys, what this is it's good, and it's something that you're long overdue for, that you waited a long time for. And this is something, guys, that puts you in a position where you don't have to worry. All right, that you don't have to worry. And you fought to get here, and you fought through a lot of malicious and weird shit in your life to get to this point. There's something that you guys were stressed about before that you're not stressed about anymore. For some of you, that's going to be your bills. For some of you, that's going to be the feeling of inadequacy. For others of you, something you couldn't have a breakthrough with, you finally have a breakthrough. And it's something that's so solid that you're not worried about letting it go or losing it. Okay. For some of you, this could be a job or some sort of income that is like guaranteed. Okay, something that like you're not going to wake up bankrupt. Something that things can't plummet overnight. There's going to be something that really secures you. If you guys hear snoring, that is my dog. All right. We have the 8 of Cups. Yeah. You guys are walking away from the life that you know. And guys, it's we're in the Aquarius era right now. The age of Aquarius. This is when systems are disrupted. Truth comes out. This is when rebellions happen. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is when people speak up. This is a time where people are like, nah, I'm fucking fed up. No, I refuse to live like that. And how beautiful is it? Because guys, there was a weight that you carried that was so heavy that is no longer a weight that you'll ever have to carry anymore. Guys, you overcome something. You overcome something, and it's beautiful. And you feel very, very self-sufficient, all right? You feel very able to really handle something. Even if you have people around you or a significant other around you, that's fine, but you could do things on your own if you needed to. All right, so we have 2 flips here. And you guys are going to be tested, all right? There's going, for a lot of you, it's going to be a very huge come up. And there's going to be energies that come in towards you that you feel very uncomfortable with. And some of you might not know why you feel uncomfortable around certain energies, but just trust yourself. All right? You are going to be tested in that way. Even if you don't know exactly why you're uncomfortable, just trust your body and act accordingly with what you feel uncomfortable with, whether it's a person, place, or thing. Get yourself the fuck out of there. Okay? But yeah, guys, there's going to be a lot of fire and a lot of passion coming towards you. Let me get one more card here. 6 of Cups reversed, 10 of Swords. There's going to be things that try to pop up from the past when you're doing this well. Remember what I said earlier. Imagine the hypothetical aunt or uncle that treated you like shit, and it's like, why aren't you taking care of me? It's like, you didn't take care of me. Why would I take care of you now? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's going to be an energy that comes around, or maybe a temptation. This could maybe you guys are clean. You were like, you had certain vices, and now you're clean, and you make a breakthrough, and you're like head of a company now, and you're doing well, and then you go to a party, and that thing you're clean with, someone's like, hey, you want some? It's going to be something, guys, that comes around, and it's going to be put in your face. And it's something that did not help you in the past at all. Okay, and it's going to be a test. Do you want to stay in the direction of your prosperity, or do you want to fall victim to whatever that was again? You don't want to be a victim of your circumstances. Okay, so guys, congratulations. It's time for you to live easy. It's time for you to live soft. Good judgment is being made on you right now. And I see you guys being so celebrated. The conflict going away. All right. Genuine love coming in. All right. But there's things that were tough to move away from. It pissed you off. It triggered you. But that was derailing you. You would have never became the person that you were supposed to be had you stuck around that. All right. So if anybody's lost, a lover, friend, family member, job, living situation, it's for the greater good. All right. I love you, Aquarius. Until next time.